But like I was saying, in all honesty, sometimes all I can say is like be on your guard, like when it comes to something like that. Like, I'm not saying, oh, you should like despise sayings and stuff like that. Like, no, that's not true. Like, I'm just saying be on your guard, because you wouldn't want your feelings to get played with or hurt just because a guy was into you just for some cat, or if a female was into you just for some dick, because it's a possibility that you could be having feelings for them. Because to us seniors, who we feel like, well, I don't feel this way, but to most seniors, they feel like, oh, the underclassmen, they're more naive. And you know what? From what I heard, it's the same thing in college. So if you guys go to college, and if you're like me in your senior year, and then you go to college to your freshman year, like, it's going to be the same way. The upperclassmen are going to think of you as just some naive little people, and then they're going to see that as a way of getting easy access. So don't give them that. Just don't. I know they say that you guys... Oh, sorry. I know they say you guys need like a lot of supplies, a lot of school supplies, but honestly, that's not true, because they gave me a big ass binder that they said I needed throughout the year, and then we barely even used it after like the first 2 months. And I'm just, what the fuck? Y'all wasting money and y'all school supplies. And I get it's supposed to be that whole little organization thing, but in all honesty, like, no. It's just a waste of time, and it's just, you know, I'm just saying, like, don't try to carry all your stuff in like a big binder, because it's just, it's not worth it. It's just not, like, it's not. Also, don't try to be, I mean, like, well, don't try to be, but don't be an outcast. Like, if you, like, don't be that kid that's just like being really quiet, that doesn't want to talk to anybody. Like, don't be shy. Like, go up to somebody, go talk. Don't be an outcast, because then you're gonna feel all lonely. Don't try to be the extremely cool kid, because people could really find you annoying, and that could start a fight, to be honest with you. So don't be that type of person either. From the first clip, because I don't know what happened, and I don't know if it's gonna mess up, so if I repeat this again, just ignore it. But like I was saying in the first clip, you know how they say, like, oh, senior year, they're always dogging down the freshmen. I don't know if that's gonna happen this year. Who knows? But if you're a freshman coming in, and especially if you're a freshman female, I'm not saying it doesn't happen to, I'm not saying it doesn't happen to the males, but mainly to my female girls, because it happened to me. And it's just like, oh, if a senior is trying to like hook up with you, well, it's not like a bad thing to you guys. You feel like, oh, I'm so pretty, blah, 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 blah. You know, like, you're going to get a lot of credit because you're a freshman going out with a senior, or you're talking to them, or whatever you know. So it's nothing wrong with that. It's just the fact of the matter, you should be on your guard, because it's a possibility that they're only doing that just so they can get some, and then they'll break your heart. And it's a possibility that they won't care, because it's like, to the seniors' mindset, it's like, oh, you guys are naive. You guys are like, you know, easy access. Like, with other grade levels, we can't do that because they know what we're on. So it's like with them, they'll try to be, some of them, they'll try to be your friends, and then, you know, it turns out they're just, before you know it, they're gonna be like, oh, let me come over your house so we can cuddle and Netflix. And it's just, it's not worth it. It's just not. Like, you should get to know somebody before you try to get to that level. But that's my opinion. Don't try to be that guy that's like the really funny one, like the goofball. Like, don't try to be that person, because it's just like, if you're naturally funny, it'll naturally just happen. Like, that's it. Like, I have somebody in my school that like tries so hard to be naturally funny, and then he tries to fit in with everybody else, and then it's just not too good combination. So if you're naturally funny, you have nothing to worry about. Tell your jokes, do what you want, you know, be goofy. That's you. Like, but don't try to be that person that's always trying to crack and joke and then it's not funny, because then people are just gonna get annoyed with you. But last thing, guys, because this video isn't going to be very long, because I don't have as many ideas this morning. Be you. Like, I cannot press on how important that is. Just be yourself. Don't try to be with the other crew just because they look like they're cool or they are cool. Like, don't try to be like them. It's not worth it. It's not. It's really not. Because in all honesty, I could tell you, I'm neutral between everybody, so I'm not on anybody's bad side. I am on people's good side. Like, I'm just cool with everybody. Just be yourself. Just do that. I'm stressing on tell you guys, like, be yourself, just simply because it's so important. Because if you try to be like somebody else, I promise you, people will notice that. I promise you. They'll notice that, and then, like, when you leave, they'll talk behind your back. Like, oh, this person is annoying, because they're obviously trying too hard to be like us. I promise you that's going to happen. I promise you. And, excuse me. And, you know, me being myself, you know, me just being weird, being into video games, like an actual girl that's into video games, you know, like, I have my, I know it's junky, but I have my PlayStation and my Wii and, you know, my video games over here, like, did you guys see that? Yeah. They're not a lot, but still, like, I don't bullshit. Like, be yourself, okay? Just be yourself. Also, it was just like, oh, everybody knows me as, like, the cool, laid back, weird, funny girl. You know, that's how people see me, and that's fine with me, because it's like, that's me, that's my personality. I know I'm weird. I know that. I'm proud that I'm weird, you know. As a Capricorn, this is what I do, okay? Yeah. But, you know, I'm weird, I'm funny. This is what I do. This is just me. I'm not trying to fit in with the popular kids where I'm doing, like where I'm smoking and going to parties and stuff like that. Like me, I just stay in the house. That's what I do. I'm not one of those, you can call me lame if you want to. It really wouldn't bug me. But, you know, I'm just me. I fit in where I fit in because, and I got through my school years without a fight because I let people know not to disrespect me, because otherwise it would be an issue. But I haven't had a fist fight once, and I've barely had an argument with anybody, just because people know who I am and, like, what I'm about. And, like, I mean, I ain't no gangster, okay, because I'm a bitch. Alright. But, yeah, that's for some odd reason. I'm over here rambling. But, anyway, moral of the story is, be yourself. Don't try to be like anybody else. Don't try to fit in with any crew. You obviously don't fit in. When you find your set of friends, I promise you that it'll be fine. You will lose friends throughout your whole 4 years. I promise you that. It's not even a big deal. It's just going to happen. That's high school. I mean, that's life. But, you know, that's high school. What else did I say? Be on your guard. You know, don't trust everybody. Don't try to be everybody's friend. And, yeah, that's about it. And I promise you, if you're like me and if you're just cool and laid back and you're not getting into anybody's business, that's another thing. Don't get into anybody's business unless they put you in it. Then don't involve yourself in it. Just give advice. If you're like me, just, you know what? Your whole 4 years, they'll just fly by with no problems. I promise you guys. Alright, guys, like, share, subscribe. You know the thing. We're all mini bunnies here. That's what we do. Wait, should I be Mama Bunny? No, I'm kidding. Bye, guys.